Hello, I'm Sandra Adams, Schools and Safeguarding Lead with the Countess. I just wanted to talk to you very briefly about the proposed amendment, Article 42B, which will address the issue of care and the state's constitutional obligation to provide care. This amendment falls far short of the recommendations from the Citizens' Assembly on Gender Equality and the Joint Oireachtas Committee on Gender Equality. Both stated that they wanted to see references to supports in the community in any amendment. This has not happened. There is no reference to the community in the amendment. The entire responsibility of care is located within the family. Now, this has significant consequences for people with disabilities and for those who care for people with disabilities. Senator Tom Clonan is a man of great integrity and a very vocal advocate for people with disabilities. He is advocating for a no vote, and he has made it clear in his recent TV appearances and his speeches in the Seanad that the state has abjectly failed to vindicate the rights of disabled people. And when given the opportunity to ratify all protocols on the UN Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities, they refused to do so. They refused to do that 2 weeks ago, in early February 2024. So a government that refuses to ratify a Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities is simultaneously asking us to trust it, that it will do the right thing by people with disabilities, while at the same time failing to mention them by name in the amendment and ignoring the recommendation from the Citizens' Assembly and the Joint Oireachtas Committee to list supports in the community as part of that amendment. Now, what that means is that the provision of care will fall squarely on the shoulders of the family. And as the majority of carers are mothers and women, that responsibility is going to fall on women. And in the same amendment, we are removing all reference to the work and the care that women provide. Family Carers Ireland have stated that they will be supporting a yes vote, while at the same time stating that they believe the wording includes people with disabilities. This was on a Virgin Media TV3 interview on the 6th of February. Now, I don't believe it's sufficient to believe that you are covered by an amendment. I think Family Carers Ireland should demand explicit reference to people with disabilities, explicit reference to support in the community. And if that can't be provided, I am really at a loss as to why they would support an amendment that lacks ambition and fails to acknowledge that the state has an obligation to provide care. When has this state ever willingly vindicated the rights of people with disabilities or those who care for them, or any vulnerable person for that matter, without being dragged by the ears to the steps of the Supreme Court? When somebody shows you who they really are, believe them the first time. And I think the state has shown us its true colours with regards to its attitudes towards people with disabilities and those who care for them. So on March 8th, we are asking you to vote no and no.